Professor Rensburg, and all our esteemed colleagues. You have been mentioned, and I recognize all of you with great thanks and some humility, reminded by our Vice-Chancellor of where we are standing today. It is a world that demands so much of us at university. And so what are we doing? Okay, my slides didn't seem to be produced, but that's not a problem.
I'm sure it's there.
If it's not there, it's not a problem.
Isn't it?
So here we are in the year 2010, and this university has relocated partially to where it really belongs, as far as I'm concerned. And that is in the heartland of South Africa's black population. That is in the industrial heartland of the city, but in the place called Soweto, with its history. We started because we have a certain type of dean who believes in developing things fast and radically. And so Sarah Gravett sat us down a couple of years ago and said, we will go to Soweto and we will start childhood education on that campus. We will have new teacher education programs, we will have research, and more than anything, we will have a practice school, which is like a laboratory and a training school in one. And you know what? We will base it on the best model in the world, which is the training schools of the place that trains the best teachers in the world, and that is the beautiful little country of Finland. And so we started this journey. And one of the things that stood out also, because we've been working collaboratively with some wonderful people, and I don't like to drop the name of this major university, but they do come from the Harvard Graduate School of Education. And they have an investment in development of teachers and schools and communities, specifically the poorer people, not only in the state of Massachusetts, but wider. And it's called Usable Knowledge. And so, sir, I was so pleased that you reminded us today that what we do in research has to be usable. And for us it has to be usable specifically, Dr. Nkati from the NRF, specifically for the children of this country who are not getting it right in mathematics, who are not getting it right in science, who are not getting it right in literacy. And so when we were asked, would you like to apply for this Saatchi chair? We said yes, but only if we can apply in this rather radical form, namely an integrated set of studies on the development and learning of language, mathematics and science in the primary school. Because research worldwide shows us that that's the place where we begin. And so that is where we will begin. We will carry on with what we started 5 years ago, research in mathematics learning, research in assessing with standardized instruments, early mathematics conceptual development, and also language literacy in the home language, but specifically later also science and maths reading literacy in English, because that is the language that we will need to perform later on. And so had the slides come up, Ms. Zondi, what happened to the slides? Had the slides come up, you would have had a typical academic Venn diagram that has language learning, science learning, mathematics learning in a Venn diagram, meeting in the middle, and that's exactly where our research is located. And one last thing, if you're interested in the type of theory we use, a triangular theory which puts at the three corners three issues. Homo sapiens, the one we know, the one we develop at university, the thinking human being. But with it, Homo ludens, the playing human being, the human being who can play with ideas and be innovative and playful and therefore create new knowledge. And the third part, Homo faber, the one who makes ideas, the one who makes artifacts. And we want to integrate that with learning language, science and maths in the primary school. And so we are deeply motivated. We are very fortunate that we have wonderful facilities at the Soweto campus and that we have a school where we can do some of our research. And if you are interested to know what we've done already, well, it's on the website of the flagship program, Childhood Education, and you can read about it there. How honored are we that we can work at a place like the University of Johannesburg? How honored am I personally, at this stage of my life and career, to be able to have this opportunity to say to you, I have learned from education long ago and now. And I'm especially honored because I work with wonderful people, and I want to talk here about the planned successor, Professor Nadine Peterson, please put up your hand, who is the HOD of Childhood Education at the Soweto campus, and who is not only a force to be reckoned with, but who is also a brilliant intellectual, with whom I work very closely and with great gratitude. And I'm sure my 5 minutes are over now. Thank you.